Hi, how you guys doing? This is Jonathan. Today we're going to feature this from NUX. This is the NUX Trident. if you're new here and you just want to subscribe to this channel and press the bell for notification of future videos and follow and be part of Patreon to support this channel, I would appreciate it. I want to thank Monk from NUX for passing me this Trident pedal board in ways for review. He passed it to me quite a long while ago, maybe a month, more than a month, maybe 1.5 or 2. I think they passed it out to some of us YouTubers to kind of play with it and see what's our feedback, and also to create our own individual patches. So if you are getting one of this, you're going to have 3 of my patches or presets in it, as well as others from renowned guitarists like Pete Thorne, TV9, Joko. Yeah. So you see a sort of familiar layout. This looks like the Cerebus. You remember the Cerebus from NUX? So the Cerebus is quite a nifty little tool for live players, and a lot of people were pretty taken with the form factor, of the Cerebus. So this is like Cerebus, or rather the bigger brother of Cerebus. There are a whole lot of improvement to this. They have updated their algorithm within the DSP, so they have twice the power. It's more powerful. The AD and DA converters are better, so you're going to hear much better articulation of the amp simulation, as well as the speaker simulation, as well as the effects. So all in all, you're going to have a major update to what the Cerebus had to offer back then. This is interesting. So for the top down, you're going to see like 5-foot switches, right? On the extreme left, you're going to have these 2 up and down where you can toggle your various channels. So if you're toggling to my channel, John Cole, you will see you have A, B, C presets. So for my A, I have the clean channel, where basically I have a Fender Deluxe amp. And then I have a B where I have a JC and Marshall kind of an amp for overdrive. And then for C, I have the full-blown, shredding your face off kind of sound for your solo. Now on each individual preset, you have this top 4 switches here as well as here, where you can kind of like turn on and off various effects like compressor, delay, reverb, your booster or your overdrive, and whatnot. And then on this side, right below the LCD screen, you're going to see 5 knobs. You're going to see a gain, level, bass, mid, treble, and presence. So this is where you kind of tweak the amp sound. So if you're on a Fender amp, you can kind of tweak it like how you would tweak a real amp. So cool. And right below that, you have a couple of dip switches, 4 dip switches for you to on and off your noise reduction, right? The noise gate. You can turn on and off your amp in case you are using this strictly as an effects pedal. And there's a cap on and off too. So if you're not going to use the cap simulation, if you're using a real cap, turn that off, because you're going to mic out that real cap anyway. On the last, you'll see a on-off for your EQ, where you can activate or deactivate the preset EQ that you have edited on the Trident software, which brings me to the Trident software. Now, this unit works hand in hand with the Trident software very, very well. So on all the individual presets we're talking about, like your chorus, you can choose between chorus, tremolo, whatnot. There's a whole lot of effects for you to choose, and you can kind of like edit the internal parameters, like for example tremolo, what's your time like in your chorus, whether you want to sign or whatever adjustment you need to make on the Trident software. Then you have here on the extreme right, you have a boost, which will activate either a boost or overdrive, or fuzz. All this is all edited on the Trident software, so you can kind of like sync up this two with a USB cable, and then you can say, okay, this I will activate this as a booster pedal or as a overdrive pedal. On the top is a compressor, so I can choose various compressors, ranging from studio compressors to pedal, the CE1, was it C? Yeah, CS. Yeah, the old Roland type of compressors. Cool, right? So you have a parameter edit on the LCD screen, but it's kind of limiting in a way because there's such a small screen. I would rather do it in the software, the Trident software, because it's really concise. Like for example, the caps, you can choose what sort of cap, what sort of cabinets you want to use, the microphones that you want to use, the amp. On the amp side, you can adjust your bias, how loud you want the amp to be. And again, from the cap, you can choose your high-end roll off, your low-end roll off. And the best part, you can load in your own IRs. Yep, you can load in your own IRs and you're set. So this is from the front, right? You see a whole lot of these switches where you can kind of adjust, like for example, for reverb, spring reverb, plate reverb, what sort of pre-delay you want, and all sorts of size in that. And for your delay, you can choose between digital, analog, and whatnot. So it's pretty concise. If I want to put this on stage with me in a gig, I could just adjust everything on the fly without the need of a laptop or the Trident software if I need to. But I would prefer to have my sound all prepared and done on the Trident software, dump it in here, save it, and then I need to do any final adjustment, I will do it on the fly over here. The back, right? So when the Cerebrus first came out, I did feedback to Monk, and I told him that it would be great if you have a pair of stereo XLR. And I guess they listened not only to me, but to other people, right? The feedback that they got. And voila, you have a set of stereo XLR. So there you go. You negate the use of a direct box. So this goes directly to your main house and your set. And then of course you have that's the best part, send and return. So you can still patch in your other effects if you need to, your favorite effects, for example, and you can still patch it into the whole signal chain, right? There's MIDI, so you can still control this via MIDI for switches if you want to. And there is a expression pedal out, so you can kind of like hook up to another expression pedal if you want to, or wah-wah pedal, or whatever you choose to. And you have a master volume, the real master volume right at the back here. So it's pretty useful because normally I would just set it as at middle. And if I find it lacking or too loud, I can just kind of tweak it overall. And it's hidden very well so that, you don't accidentally touch it. Cool. And you even have a ground, lift or ground, in case you have the 60 cycle hum. And an aux in for you to patch in your MP3 player or whatever you have. The best part about this is that it runs on a typical 9-volt power supply. So you can use their included power supply if you want to, because it's 500 mAh. So you got to see whether your power supply, your 9-volt power supply, has enough power to drive this unit. Again, like most of the NUX pedal board, they will include a looper. So there is a looper function in here, which I did not go into. So yeah, you can actually use this to practice or even for live performance, activate the looper and do whatever you want. There's also a tuner function. Just hold on to your boost switch right at the extreme right, and the tuner will come out. To deactivate it, just press it again and you're back to whatever you are, wherever you were. And then there is a tap tempo on the delay side. So if there's a delay for switch here, so you can tap tempo, right? And that's about it, I guess. And yeah, so pretty. I think the guys in NUX really thought this out really carefully and kind of like streamline it to this size. Everything you want is here, right? And this aluminum, I guess, yeah, it's built to last. It is built like a tank, basically. It's not that heavy, so it's great, for traveling musicians. For us gigging musicians, we don't want to carry a lug around. A heavy piece of gear. So maybe with this and the foot pedal, this is like 1 kg, maybe less than that, I don't know. So it's easy to lug around for your gig, and you can just slot it into your gig bag if you choose to. Yeah. Nice. I like this. I'm keeping this. I'm not going to sell this. I'm keeping this for small gigs that I do, or small functions or events, Again, they make it possible for you to have your own IRs in it, so you can have your own sound if you choose to, and not use the supplied cabinets. Now, NUX says that this has a sort of a new updated algorithm for this unit as opposed to the Cerebus. It has twice the DSP power, so you're gonna hear like better articulation in their cabinet simulation, their amp simulation, as well as their effects. And I can tell because I played with the Cerebus before, and I find that this is nice. This is more, more lifelike in a way, and you're gonna hear the responses of your amps. I particularly like the Fender amps. I haven't played around with the rest of the amps. I just kind of like play around with the amps that I like, and then the speaker simulation that I like. I didn't use my own IRs because I just want to create a patch that would utilize whatever they have in the unit, and they sounded pretty good. Let me know what do you think about this pedal board, this Trident, and leave your comments in the comment section down below. Now the unit might not be available at this time of the video, but it's gonna be available pretty soon, so look out for it. I think it's a worthwhile buy if you're gigging a lot and you just don't want to lug around a whole lot of stuff. So there are a lot of other pedal boards in the market, but at the price that this is going for, I think it's a steal, because you can get a lot of things done with this. Yeah. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and press that bell for notification of future videos I follow, and be part of Patrons to support this channel. I would appreciate it. I thank all my patrons for their wonderful love, their friendship, and their support. Thank you so much, guys. And pardon me for that background noise, because there are jets flying at, good lord, at 9:45 p.m. What is the world coming to nowadays? Yeah, so there's, I live quite far off from the airport, but I can still hear them, so I don't know what's happening. Probably it's because they're preparing for National Day just around the corner, our Singapore National Day, so they are probably like rehearsing and stuff like that. So sorry for that. So in the meantime, you guys please stay safe, and I'll see you real soon. Sayonara.